In session 2, they're back underway this evening, of course, from 7 o'clock. And if Wilson can repeat the trick of the first final.
Yeah, I think with McGill, his career for us moving towards the lower reaches of the ranking list, and no one could work out why. Whatever the problem was, he looks. Oh, tremendous. Not that one. But there's an example of a player that's got a better, because like I say, a number of these shots he missed by a long way yesterday. Of course, if he missed that one, the ball's could have finished anywhere. Wow, that's a nightmarish shot. I mean, he's already done that once. This time.
One. Again, McGill in that bubble of concentration, but a second safety error of that kind that he's made.
I think you've got a good view of that. The black one now clearly pot to the left corner, but of course there are reds that might be covering that. As Dave said yesterday, it's near you're going to get to almost a rest day where you've got a session on each match. Otherwise.
Kyle Wilson.
It's not an easy shot, you know. I mean, he probably should have been on it a little better. Now this is the kind of moment McGill has been sitting, but it's up against someone who's likely to play better. So when the chances do come, as infrequently as.
Eight.
And he's been very adept at doing just that, hasn't he? Wildly concentration of his, and eventually came through
50
in a post-midnight the winning line. So he's had all sorts of different challenges presented to him, but he's missed a relatively straightforward red. He's not played anywhere near as well that Wilson has upped his game, but he wasn't making errors like that yesterday, Neil.
Well, they both missed one into that pocket, not dissimilar shots. Well, that's surely too high, isn't it? That's not going anywhere near the pocket. Go on in either direction. Often make the difference in a long match. If he's playing it up the table. Leaving the red in the middle, this has got to drop in. Oh, very good. Worth the button being pressed for the applause. That was a good shot, because he's not even.
Eight.
A lot of things could go wrong here. Well, that just.
That could easily have cost him this frame had he missed it.
31.
Typical of the resilient one. Instead it was 6-2. That could have affected him. Or rather, he's very capable of parking disappointments and staying in the moment.
There's going to be spells where you're not feeling as confident as other times.
Safe in these circumstances.
1.
Yes, panic up to the green pocket. That got him in for what's proved to be the decisive break at 7 o'clock tonight.
5. 8. 12. 17. 20. 30.
Anthony McGill come.
14.
Number 14.
Kyron Wilson to break.
Kyron Wilson to break. He's struggling to make serious inroads. Still 3 behind. 3 more frames to come, of course, in the second session. Not 2 as advertised, but...
There were times when he scored, well enough, to be honest. So he's doing everything right.
Yeah.
He's playing off the bunch here, so watch the red doesn't go out near a middle pocket. That's all right. Brown and blue. Didn't seem to be a lot of control in that shot. No, it's not as if he knew he had a lot at the end of it. Chance to make a big...
Remember, he's won 4 of their previous 5 meetings.
To bulk, so maybe that's on his mind. Safety shot played. Not a great one.
His colour. He's so at ease, though, isn't he, with the rest?
Down here. Oh, he's got that side of it, but missed the pot. Wasn't he just tightened up a little bit, Kyron? Even in that re-racked frame, we've just seen the,
maintain his 4-frame advantage. It was down to Wilson to make the running, and in 2 of the remaining 3.
It's a simple shot to drop into the bunch. He played in behind the green.
He's knocked that one in, but he's lost the cue ball.
1.
Oh, this is absolutely... to actually hit it. I guess 3 cushions. Maybe the 4th cushion. It's a great effort. Satisfactory. The free ball actually come back in front of the ball, and the foul has been called. I've seen it. Oh dear me, what a chance that was. What a chance.
McGill been able to take that chance. 4 clear again, as he was going into this second session with, as it is, Wilson could yet escape from this session, at least having reduced the arrears, but might suit Kyron Wilson if he makes something of this chance now. Yeah, he hit that well. Well played.
$50.
Well, he's got the balls open now. This was a good shot to punch through the bunch there.
$29. $35.
Sad to make this frame safe.
41.
And these will be hurting McGill. He had the chance himself, Mr.
That was a really good shot, very nicely controlled.
47.
There's no doubt that Kyron Wilson for the 6 frames now, barring
53.
something very unlikely. It's cost him the frame. Merge with a very commanding lead, but Wilson could come out of it dead level.
A long bridge there at all. I guess it gives him more room to manoeuvre at the back where the cue's not a little bit uncomfortable, but he's worked it out. The long bridge there. But whatever he's doing, he's worked out a method which suits him. He's quite an economical cue action these days. Here, the finished article, but he's slowly but surely getting there.
His long game has always into himself, knowing he missed a bit of a trick in this frame. Coming back at him again. From Kyron Wilson, his 5th of the tournament. Range miss on the red. So Kyron Wilson, right. It's now 8-6 McGill. Yes. And that's another terrific long pot. He is one of the best in the world from long range these days. Initially it sounded as though it may have been taped in the restroom, but sounds a little more authentic now. Let a few fans in, after all.
Well, I wasn't all that keen on the idea, but you know, look, I think when someone plays a ball put below it.
40.
When the Glaswegian missed the red, it's just...
As I said, he'd like the red that's above it to be out of the way. But he is playing better. Got his own spot rather than just below it. I can't believe he had any doubts as to whether 36. It was potable. Well, play the plant there. I mean, the position wasn't guaranteed. The pot wasn't a certainty.
Kyron Wilson 4.
No. Always high.
A result of the bad shot from Kyron, but it was always high, like you say. They're never going to drop in from there.
Now profit heavily from a loose safety that he played on the black. It was awkward, but didn't get the... He should do it. Very familiar refrain from McGill today. Very familiar refrain from McGill. Half century, I should say. Never mind the 100 break. He's not...
The top of the pink. No problem.
40.
Yes, he's but I think the next frame is a particularly important one. So
20. 26. 27.
Well, clearly Karen Wilson had to raise. Anthony McGill hasn't played as well as he did in the first session.
.41. 56.
Not quite his fifth half century of the morning. 7.
Game. And to think that he was 8-2 down in his next match, that took some winning. Fresh tonight.
And fresh is the key, isn't it? Because
certainly a good pot. So he's not going to win the frame.
A pretty decent one.
And this really would be a turnaround if he can win this frame as well. Favourable kiss, full ball on the red.
He scored 1 point from it. He was able to lay that very awkward snooker.
8. 50.
You've always got to keep your concentration. Aside from that, it's a great chance.
22.
In the first one he won with a couple of flukes.
29. .42.
I mean, it really was a good opportunity, but 155.
Took until the third frame of the day for McGill. Terrific morning. 5-3 would have been the goal. He started as favourite after his victory over Judd Trump. 6 out of the 8 this morning. 100 in contrast.
70.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably he's lost his 4-frame lead, but he's not behind, and he will have to regroup tonight and do it all again himself.
Means it's set up perfectly for the second half of this match. It's now best of 17 and all to play for. Perfectly for the second half of this match. It's now best of 17 and all to.
สมัครสมาชิกกับเวทโทรปา55วันนี้300 บาทรับเสื้อตราสโมสรฟรีแอดไลน์ได้ที่